Good evening, everyone. Hello. I am MK.
I am Coach Sammy Love.
And we want to welcome you guys to Level Up Podcast. I don't know why that made me laugh when you did.
Yes.
Y'all know we a
Yes.
fool already acting up, but we want to welcome you guys to Level Up Podcast.
Yes.
You guys so much for tuning in with us. Please do us a quick favor and hit that share button. Share with all of your followers, your family, your friends. Y'all know y'all can copy that link and send it off to people, text people. If you got to email them, because you got a whole email list, go ahead and email them the link, okay? And let them know we are on, y'all. So we are so excited for this topic on tonight. So please make sure you are tagging at least 3 people in. I always tell y'all, share it and tag at least 3 people. Don't be stingy, okay? Don't be stingy, but tag at least 3 people in.
Yes.
Oh, when y'all come in here, please let us know that y'all in here. Because some y'all be watching from the sidelines and we be seeing y'all be watching it, but we be trying to like acknowledge y'all. And we can't acknowledge y'all because y'all ain't saying nothing. So please make sure when you come in, say something to us. Hey, Michaela, we miss you so much.
Hey, oh my goodness.
We thought we was gonna send out the dogs and find you, the canines.
Oh my goodness.
We thought we was gonna have to send out the canines for you, Michaela,
Oh my
girl. It's so good to see you on with us. So please, you guys, go ahead and share. Tag at least 3 people in and let them know we are on tonight, y'all. So we appreciate y'all. Look, Michaela laughing like we were serious. We're like, where Michaela at? Where she been at? She ain't been on with us.
We ain't seen her since the year started.
Yeah. We ain't seen her since the year started. So where you been at, Michaela? Yeah, we checking on you. Where you been at? But come on in, y'all. We see you guys jumping on. I know that it is more than just Michaela on because I see a couple more people on. So please let us know you guys are tuning in. Hey, Rihanna. Hey. All right, her schedule been all over the place. Okay, we're gonna let you slide. All right. Look, she said I had to watch the replays, but thank you for watching the replays. Thank you for watching the replays. So go ahead, y'all. Continue to share, and tag some people in. Let's see who else is on. We have quite a few people on with us, y'all. Come on, let us know y'all in. Okay, let us know y'all in so we can shout y'all out. We are doing our due diligence and we are tagging people as well. You know, Coach she tries to outdo me and she be over here tagging at least more than 3 people. She be tagging a whole 300 up in here. So hey, good evening. Let me try to get some more folks up in here too, because she be out here trying to outdo me, y'all.
Yeah.
So please share. Let's tag some people in so we can go ahead and get started on tonight.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna tag like one more person. That's it. Only one. One person. Good evening, Lupe.
Hey, Lupe.
Good evening. All right, who else was that? I thought I saw somebody else.
You saw somebody else go on?
I think I did. Miss Joyce, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, y'all. Come on, go ahead and tag y'all. Let's get these numbers up. Tag. Let people know we are on. Share the link.
Miss Joyce.
Share the link, please. Go ahead and share. All right, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. But I'm excited for this topic on tonight. Huh?
I said you can't even see my mic.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
There we go.
Bring the mic in.
Now I feel professional.
Yeah. I told y'all she was cutting up already.
Maybe I ain't sitting right.
What? Y'all, this is Lupe. Come get your girl. This is what we gotta go through. What's she talking about? She ain't sitting right.
Okay.
Now she talking about she gonna try to see the mic. Y'all know how she feel about her mic. And y'all know when it be serious business, y'all know Coach, she lean in on the mic. Y'all know when it be serious business. So she gotta show her mic, y'all. But go ahead, continue to share, y'all. Continue to tag some people in. This is gonna be a very interesting topic on tonight because she's already acting up. So go ahead and share, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and dive into this topic in just a few. Yeah. Okay. We don't know how this is about to go. This is why we love doing it live. So you guys can catch our reactions to things because she already started the trip. But once again, we're gonna get started in the topic in just a few.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Coach, and she's gonna give us our announcements for tonight.
So, our number one announcement that we are announcing until it comes to pass is make sure you get your level up tickets. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
no more excuses. Conference, our first conference, it is going to be off the chain. You can purchase your tickets on Eventbrite. It is for February the 24th. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It will be in your local city of Rancho Cucamonga. And it is going to be off the chain. We are so excited. It is fast approaching. We felt like we just started planning it and it's already around the corner. But on that note, I want to say we only have a handful of general tickets left and we only have 7 VIP tickets left. So if you plan on attending, you need to hurry up and get your tickets. And on top of that, the registration day, if you didn't see my text, the registration day to get your ticket is drawing near. The end is drawing near because we do have a closeout date and it is drawing nigh unto you.
Is that the King James version?
That's the King James version. The registration closing date is drawing nigh unto you. So you need to get your tickets. We've been promoting this since October. You had since October to get your tickets, but we really want you to be there, you guys. This is our first event in person, and we are just excited to what's going to take place on that day. We know it's going to be dynamic. We know God is going to move. We know people are going to leave empowered, encouraged, thinking different, walking different. They're going to leave leveled up. We know this. Yes. And so that's the faith we're walking in. So you need to get your tickets. I'm going to say it again. You could purchase your tickets for the Level Up Conference. No more excuses. Our first conference will be held on February the 24th. It will be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Look, it's not even your whole day, okay? And it will be in Rancho Cucamonga. We're going to have some refreshments. We're going to have some Q&A. We're going to give away a couple of gifts. Let me tell you, it's going to be worth your while and it's going to be worth your money. And so we just want you guys to get your ticket because I'm going to say it again. We have a handful of general tickets left and we have 7 VIP tickets left. So if you want a VIP, you better hurry up before they're gone because we will not expand that amount. We only put so many VIPs to the side because we want it to be intimate. We want you to get what you paid for. And so that's why we did it that way. So once again, get your tickets. Hey, and if you cannot come, hey, sponsor a ticket for somebody else. Share the flyer with somebody else that might want to come. Let me tell you, this is not just for people that's saved. It's for anybody, any woman that would love to come to this. Whether it could be your 15-year-old daughter, let's just bring it there. It could be your teenager daughter. You feel like, you know what, I need to get her in this room. I need her to hear some empowering things. Hey, buy your daughter, buy you a ticket and buy your daughter a ticket. Buy your niece a ticket. Buy your granddaughter a ticket. Whoever it may be, but bring them to this event because, like, once again, it's not just for people that's saved. It's for unbelievers too. It's for any woman that wants to come and level up in their life. So, and we want to thank those who already has purchased their ticket.
Yes,
we thank you for your support. We thank you for sowing into this what we're doing. We thank you for believing in the vision. And so we're excited about what's going to take place. So don't miss out on this. That's all I got to say.
Don't miss out. But once again, we appreciate y'all support. We appreciate even those who take the time out to actually sow the seeds into us. So we appreciate you guys so much. But let's go ahead and get started on this topic. We don't want to hold you guys up with doing announcements and trying to do the little commercials of getting your tickets. Come on, I'm telling you, do not wait till the last minute. But we're gonna get into the topic. Before I get into the topic, I love to give our disclaimer. So our disclaimer is that everything everything that we talk about, whether it is opinions, whether it's our testimonies, whether it is us giving you guys advice, it comes straight from us. So at the end of the day, you do not have to follow through with it. You do not have to feel like you're obligated. You don't have to feel like, man, they trying to force me to do this. At the end of the day, when you know my heart, when you know Coach Tammy Love's heart, when you know our hearts, you know that we really just want the best for people. We generally want people to level up. That's the reason why we came up with Level Up Podcast. So when we come forth and we let you guys know about the topics, like I said, our ideas, our opinions, our testimony, it is only to help you level up, and you don't have to follow through with it. But when you do follow through with it, you will have results. I'm just gonna say it. You're gonna have some results. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. So topic for tonight is from bondage to freedom, overcoming the struggles that keep you bound. I'm gonna say it again: from bondage to freedom, overcoming the struggles that keep you bound. Now I know some of y'all might already start crying because of the topic, because it's about to get real juicy up in here. Okay, but hang on to the tears. So you can take these notes, as my coach Tammy Love would say, the golden nuggets. Because I really believe this topic is needed for now in the season that many people are in. So, Coach, what do you have to say about this topic?
I think the first thing I want to say out the gate is that you can be free. That there is freedom for you, and that person is Jesus Christ. I always want to be able to say that to people, because sometimes you may not have been told that you can be free. Or you may think that your situation is so detrimental or so big that nothing can change, that this is the way you have to live for the rest of your life. And that's a lie, because there is freedom from bondage. You can be free from the things that has held you bound, though. You can be free from the things that have taken over your mind. You could be free from the things that has taken over your taste buds. You can be free from the things that's taken over your heart. You can be free. So I just want to put the devil on notice that he is a liar, because he will make you think you can't, that this, because it's been in my bloodline, because my mother, because my father, because of this and because of that, I can never be free. And what happens is, when you have that mindset, you don't even try.
That's
in
good.
Your mind, I can't be free, so I might as well just settle with this. I might as well just settle with the diagnosis. I might as well just settle with the word curses. I might as well just settle what they did to me. I might as well just settle with it. And that's the goal of the enemy, is to get you to settle in the place that God has not called you to be, because he makes it seem to you that there is no other way to get out, that this is just what it is. This is just how it's going to be for the rest of your life. And that is a lie. So I just want you to know that there is freedom for whatever you may be dealing with. There is freedom. Yes, you're going to have to put in work. Yes, you're going to have to do the things you need to do. Yes, you're going to have to surrender to God and let him have his way. Yes, you can't fight the process. Yes, it's going to take an active participation on your part, but you can be free. And you can overcome the struggles that have had you bound. Therefore, you are standing on top of them and not them on top of you. And so, but it's just, like I said, it's believing that you can have it. Do you believe you can be free? And the reason that always takes me back when I say things like that, MK, it takes me back when Jesus would ask the people, do you want to be whole?
Yes.
Do you want to be healed? And I remember when I would read the Gospels, and I'd be like, wow, that just stuck out to me. Why? Because he always asked them. And I'd be like, well, like, Lord, why did you always ask them? And he said, because there is a choice.
Yes.
You have a choice if you want to be healed or not. So he always gave the people an issue. He knew the answer, but he wanted them to do an introspection. He wanted them to see, do you really want this? Because I'm going to need you to get up. See, he'll heal you, but he needs you to get up. See, because when he said get up and walk, he needs you to get up. That takes action on your part. Faith is action. Now, faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, is an action word. So when Jesus says get up, it takes some action for you to get up. And so that's why he's asking you, daughter, do you want to be whole? Do you want to be healed? Because it's going to take some action on your part. Because what happens is, I need you to partner with me. I know that's what the Lord is saying. Like, I know what I can do. I know that I'm all powerful. I know that I'm all knowing. I know that I'm the great physician. I know that I'm the healer. But do you believe
Mm.
can do those things for you. So when you say yes, what happens is you meet him in faith. You know what I'm saying? So you meet up with him who is the holder beholder of your faith. So your faith is activated and it meets up with him, and then that's when you get this explosion. That's when you can get up and walk. Why? Because he already knew he could do it, but he needed you to be on the same page with him.
All right, y'all. I guess that's going to conclude. That's going to conclude the topic for tonight. Because Coach was not playing no games. No patience. She wasn't playing no games when she came with this topic. But I love what you said when you said even just that choice. Mm-hmm. The choice. And not only that, but you shedding light on the fact that you can be free. Mm-hmm. Because the enemy will focus, he will allow for us to focus so much on what we're bound to. Mm-hmm. We're bound to addictions, or we're bound to poverty. We're bound to generational curses. What he does is he begins to enlarge it. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that he enlarged it so big, it makes it look like there is nothing else after this, yes, or you can't overcome, or you can't be free. And so the thing is like you saying, you making that decision, you making that choice to get up. When you were talking about, even like you said, with the man at the pool of Bethesda, like that scripture right there is so powerful. Mm-hmm. When you really go back and you look at it, and it's like this man was waiting to be healed. Man was waiting so many times, and like, and Jesus, like, he like, man, like, Lord, every time, you know, somebody stepped in front of me. But we talked about this before, like, you couldn't roll
for 30 some years. You couldn't roll with it.
Years, like, people kept stepping in front of this man. He been wanting like his healing. He wanted this, and I'm like, bro, you could have rolled, you could have tackled him, you could have pushed him, you could have did what you needed to do to get your
like
healing.
Army man.
Like, I'm gonna crawl between their legs, I'm pushing, I'm doing like, but if you like really think about it, this man was sitting there waiting. There's other people waiting too. Other people waiting to get healed. Other people waiting for the angels to come in, stir up this water. Like, other people are waiting. So my thing is, how bad do you want it?
Yeah, that's good.
How bad do you want to be free? Yeah. Because people that want to be free, you're going to fight for it. You're going to fight for your freedom. And it's not saying like, I got to fight to be free. You got to put the work in.
Yeah.
How do you expect to be free from addiction and not putting in that work? Mm-hmm. I know God can do many things, but I really believe God wants us to put our time into it. He wants us to put what we need to put into it, because for one, we got ourselves in that situation. God did it.
Yeah, that's good.
God told us not to go certain ways. God gave us warning, but yet we still chose to do what we wanted to do and respond a certain way. And I always tell people there is going to be a consequence to your action.
That's good.
And so at the end of the day, when we move forward and we make that decision, it's like, I got to fight for this. Like every single day you're fighting for this. Every single day. And let's deal with even this of even just being saved, because I tell people, I'm like, sometimes you probably could have woke up and just say, you know what? I'm not walking with God no more. Mm-hmm. If a lot of stuff is happening in the world, I'm facing a lot of difficulties. God, I keep praying to you and I feel like you're not responding. I keep praying and I feel like you're not moving. I keep praying and it seems like things is getting worse. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and choose Allah. I'm going to go ahead and choose these other gods. I'm going to go ahead and choose this. Why? Because you're feeling like God is not responding to you.
That's good.
What if his silence is still a response?
That's good.
We don't realize that.
That's good.
His silence is still a response. Why? Because he already spoke prior to that.
That's good.
He already spoke prior to that. We talked about this before, about when God will give you instructions. God will tell you what to do before you get to that point. I've always seen it in scripture. Mm-hmm. I've never seen it. Hey, Reese, I've never seen it in scripture where God sent somebody, he ain't never gave him instructions first.
That's good. That's
and
good.
So you got to understand, this is a season where you got to literally look at that like, I'm fighting for this.
Yeah,
I'm not. Come on, let's be real, y'all. Because the main thing, a lot of times when people be struggling with, okay, you could be struggling with the old stuff in your past. You could be struggling with stuff probably like drinking, probably like smoking, probably could be. Let's keep it 100, y'all. We adults on here, and if we got some teenagers, okay, say the mice place popular, but you probably with somebody else's husband. That's my sis. Hey, sis.
Hey,
you probably with somebody's husband. You probably with somebody's wife, right? These are things that you are bound to, because we being real on tonight. We being honest on tonight. Some people may not be struggling with marijuana. Some people may be honestly struggling with the fact that they keep calling that man that they know that man is married. Let's be honest about that.
Yeah,
But
that's
deep
good.
down inside, you know you want to be free, but now there's a soul tie. Now y'all
Yeah,
souls are connected, so you don't even know how you're going to get from this man. You know, man,
yeah,
I know I shouldn't be calling this man. I know this man got a wife, he got kids. I don't even know why I'm going here, y'all. But if you on here, listen, there ain't no judgment. But baby, you could be free.
yeah.
You could
That's
be
good.
free from that. You
That's
got to
good.
make the decision. You have to make
Yeah,
the choice. It's going to start with you blocking that man. It's
yeah,
going to start with you telling God, I need you to remove these desires from me. I
yeah.
need you to take this away from me. God, I don't want to love somebody else's husband because the
That's
person I
good.
want to love, I want to love the person who's going to be for me. I
Yeah,
ain't got to share
that's
him with
good.
the world. I ain't got to share him with the next woman. I'm not fighting to keep this man. I know that this man is going to stay. Why? Because you've allowed for me and this man to meet. So
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
good.
time, Lord, I'm going to do what I need to do and I'm going to fight the temptation. I'm going to
Yeah,
fight the urge. I'm not calling this man. I'm not picking up the phone no more. Why? Because I'm going to block him. I'm going to delete the pictures. I'm going to
yeah.
delete the playlist that he sent me. I'm going to delete all of these things. Why? Because I want to be free. And so
That's
I'm going to
good.
put in the work so that I can be free. And I'm going to
That's
yield
good.
right there because I know
That's
some people
good.
mad. I
That's
know they
good.
mad.
But we need that because what happens is, like we said, the enemy make you think like you can't be free.
Yeah.
But it takes action. And so, yes, God is going to do his part. But I always tell people, you got to be the one to hold on to your freedom.
Come on.
He can deliver you. We know he'll deliver, but you're going to have to be the one to stand your ground.
Come on.
If you know something is a weakness, stay away from it.
So wait, hold up. Say that again.
When you know something is a weakness, stay away from it.
Say it again.
When you know something is a weakness, stay away from it. And the reason I say that is because you have nothing to prove to somebody that you're free from it. Because sometimes people will still go around it just to prove that they're free. So that's like somebody had an alcohol problem. Okay, so now they go to hang out with their friends at the bar just to prove that they're free from alcohol. No, stay up out the bar because you struggled with alcohol for 20 some years and now you're sober. Don't go to the bar. Tell them, hey, if we gonna go, can we go somewhere where they don't have a bar? You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is you have to protect your freedom, and you have nothing to prove to anybody. You have nothing to prove. So when you know it, no, that's my weakness. I ain't even messing around with it. I don't even go over there.
Nope.
And that's how you protect your freedom, and that's how you keep your freedom. Because what it is bondage is sent to destroy you. It is sent to destroy you. It's sent to keep you captive. It's sent to keep you from advancing and becoming who God called you to be. Because how can you run this race if you're bound up? You're like, I used to always say this, you guys. I used to always say this. I said, before we come to Christ, we're like a spiritual mummy. And everything we have been through is wrapped around us. And if you know what a mummy look like, wrapped around and all that white, I said, that's how we look in the spirit realm. We got everything we've been through since we've been on this earth is wrapped around us. And we look like a mummy. And what happens is when you give your life to Christ, he cuts a slit down the middle. I see it and it just falls off. Now, that's how the Bible talks about how we stand naked before him. Because he strips all that stuff that had you bound, all that stuff. Because you see, a mummy can only wobble. A mummy can't use their hands. A mummy can't use their mouth. A mummy can't use their feet. Now they have their eyes; they might can see unless they cover their eyes too. But I'm saying too, what your eyes was covered too, and that's how you look in the spirit realm when you are tied up and wrapped up in bondage. You look like a mummy, and when Christ sets you free, all that falls off, and now you're standing before Him naked, because all that stuff that was on you was never you. It was stuff that people put on you. It was stuff that people said to you. It was everything you went through. All it did was wrap itself around you and restricted you. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
That's what bondage does. It restricts you. It restricts your growth. It restricts you from walking in purpose. It restricts you from going into destiny. It restricts you. You cannot, a mummy can't do nothing. You're restricted. And that's what the enemy wants. He wants you to be restricted. So then you never live out the life that God has for you. Because you're in bondage. And like I said a spiritual mummy. That's why I said in the natural, you may not look like it, but it's in the spirit realm. That's how you look when you are in bondage. When you are in bondage, that's how you look. Restricted. And the enemy knows, but because you don't physically see it, you think you're free. And isn't that something? To think you free, but you really a slave.
Deception at its highest.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
You free, but you really not. you're really not free.
Mm.
Because you bound to these things that has taken over your thought process, taken over your heart, taken
Oh,
over your
Jesus.
your 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 the way you have friendships, the way you have relationships is taking over you. And so now you are living out a life that God has never planned for you.
Mm.
The enemy is very deceptive.
Very.
Very, very deceptive. And I remember thinking just the other day, I remember it took me to have to get mad at the devil to fight. And I ain't even a fighter, MK, but I had to get
Like,
mad.
y'all knuckle up.
I was
Y'all
mad
knuckle
at him.
up.
I had to get mad at him when I realized that the life I was living before Christ was fake. It wasn't even my real life. It wasn't even real.
Ooh.
It was a false life, false identity before Christ. It wasn't even the life I was supposed to even be living.
Jesus.
I was living the alternate life. I was
Oh.
living the life that's outside of God. That wasn't destiny and that wasn't purpose. I wanted to fight him. And so I stay mad at him because I'm like, he's a deceiver.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't care who he come from. He can come for the kids. He don't have no limits.
It don't have no
Nobody
limit.
is off limits to the enemy.
Mm-mm.
And as long as he has you in bondage, he's going to use you to his father's extent.
Mm.
He going to do whatever he can to you.
Jesus.
I'm done.
And at that point, like, you start feeling so depleted.
Mm-hmm.
You start feeling like there's nothing left. You feel hopeless. You feel like there is no ending to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe like that's one of the things the enemy will do. Like you said, one of his key things is being deceiving, deception. Because it's like you can't see straight when you're being deceived.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see anything clear when you're being deceived, because as the Bible say, and we talked about this before, just the cataracts and scales, the blinders that's over your eyes. And so because he's like, listen, I want to entice you with something you want.
That's good.
Because when I entice you with something you want, now I created a demonic stronghold that will not be easily broken, because this thing has attached itself to your soul. And now that it attached itself to your soul, now it's hard to break. It's not impossible. Catch my words. It's not impossible.
Yes.
It's not impossible. But it's hard to break.
Yeah.
Because it attached itself to your soul. Because we said this before, is the enemy will study your bloodline. He will study your weaknesses. He will study the things that you struggle with. He's going to study it. Why? Because it doesn't make sense for him to tempt you with something that you're not going to fall for.
That's good.
He's going to tempt you with something that you're going to fall with. Because why, y'all? We say this all the time, and then some people say this is the killer part. I was reading this book, Coach, and I told you about it before. Is that this man was talking about? He said people say Satan is dumb. They say the devil is dumb. They say the devil, he's not smart. He's not this. He's not that. Like all of these things, right? And the man said that's wrong. That God corrected him and said Satan is smarter than you will ever be.
That's good.
He said, because some people would be like, what you mean he's smarter? God, what? Satan has been around longer than you. Your grandma, your great-great-grandma, your great-great-great-great-great-grandma. He has been around since way back yonder.
Yeah.
And so for you to say that he's stupid or he's dumb or he don't know nothing, you're fooling yourself. This man is very cunning. He's very smart. He allowed for mankind to fall. And when God gave instructions, he was able to deceive them.
That's good.
The people that were in fellowship with God, the people that were walking with God, he was able to deceive them. Because why? He found a weakness in Eve.
That's good.
We ain't trying to get all Bible and biblical on y'all, but y'all know we saved. Y'all know we saved, so the Bible gonna come out either way it goes. But he found a weakness with Eve, and in that moment, he was able to come in and strike.
That's good. That's good.
Like Lupe said, I believe she said something about a snake kind of like squeezing you.
Yeah.
It was a serpent came to deceive. Very cunning, very smooth with his words. Yeah. And at that point, you won't even know what hit you until what? After the fact that you fell short.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the fact that you done fell into his plot, after the fact that you done fell into his scheme, into bondage, now you're realizing, man, I'm bound.
Yeah. That's
I feel like
good.
I can't get free.
That's
I feel
good.
like I can't move forward
That's
because
good.
he studied. Oh my goodness. Why
Yeah.
is it, y'all? Y'all, why is it Satan couldn't have did what he needed to do and speak what he needed to speak when God was telling Adam and them, don't eat from this tree?
Mm-hmm.
Why you think Satan waited for God to go about his business for him to decide to come over and see the weakness and see some part
Yeah.
in Eve? Because
Yeah.
the Bible say the fruit looked at what? That tree, it was looking appealing to her. She was like, man, that thing looking good right there. I'm about to take that. It was appealing to my eyes. The devil knows what's appealing to your eyes.
That's
He
good.
knows what's gonna look good to you. So this is the reason why he'll send a wolf in a sheep clothing.
That's
Because why?
good.
Some of us will not be okay with allowing a wolf to eat at our table. But if we
Good.
see that sheep at our table,
That's
we'll let our
good.
guard down. We'll
That's
let
good.
we'll let it down a little bit, Lupe.
That's good.
Because if we seen a wolf at the table, come on, who's sitting at a table with a wolf? Who in their right mind gonna sit at a table with a wolf? But when you allow that sheep to sit at your table, your guard is down. You're more vulnerable. You're more
Yeah.
open to be even deceived at that point, but not realizing that's a wolf right there the whole time.
That's good.
So
That's
he's
good.
going to send something that looks good, that looks appealing, just to get you off course, just
That's
to get
good.
you to fall into bondage, just to keep feeding. Oh my gosh, this is so good. The enemy will keep feeding you your struggles.
That's good.
He'll keep feeding you your
Keep
struggles.
feeding the
He'll keep
struggle.
feeding you and feeding you and feeding you until where you're so full of all of you, all of bondage, all of filth, all this yucky stuff, to where you feel like there is no way that you can get free.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's
Go
good.
ahead, coach. Go
That's
ahead.
good. Because when you was talking, you remember, you know what it reminded me of? Remember I told you, I said the devil will wait 10 years to bring you down. I said he ain't got to bring you down in one day.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I think sometimes we think like, oh, I got, I got away with this. I said the devil could work on you every day of the week, every week in the month. He will literally take his time, chip away at you little bit by little bit. And that 10th year, he'll snatch you all the way down because now you ain't got no foundation. Now it's easier to get you. He's not in a rush to get you. You feel me?
No.
So sometimes he's cold and calculated. Sometimes he takes his time. He's not in a rush to get it. So what happens is he gets you to compromise just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand, just a little compromise moves to another compromise, to another compromise, to another compromise, and it just grows until one day you full-fledged in there. But all it started with was a pea-sized compromise. And now you full-fledged in there, and you like, how did this happen? Because it was a compromise somewhere, and then it just kept going and growing bigger. And that's what I remember one time somebody said, they said, that's what happens with sin. Sin keeps growing. That's why you advance in your sin. Because now it's like your sin grows. It ain't that little baby sin no more. You advance in sin. Why? Because now you start doing more and more stuff. Let me tell you, sin will have you doing stuff that you said you will never do.
That's facts.
Because it grows over time to where you're losing your filters. Now you don't have no feelings no more. And now you just full-fledged in there. And that's what it does. And so we got to understand that all of that is the plan of the enemy. What? To keep you bound, to keep you in bondage, to keep you from having your freedom, to keep you from overcoming the struggles where you struggle with the same thing for 30 years. No, but Jesus, he set you free. Yes. And I always tell people that. I said, he is the one that sets you free. If you are still struggling with the same stuff for 30 years, there's a problem there. Because he is the one that sets free. And we have to understand when he set us free, we got to stay out of it. I told someone that. I said, you have to learn that when he frees you from whatever you was bound to, stay away from it.
Yep.
Stay away from it. Because let me tell you, the enemy will bring it back around.
No, here.
It's going to come back around. You're going to see it again. And I always say this, MK. I say, you know how you know when you've been delivered from something? set free from something, because when it shows it up again, you don't react the way you used to. That's how you know you're free. Now, if you react the same way you used to react, you ain't free yet. But when you free, you'll see it, you'll recognize it, and you'll walk away from it. Why? Because you will remember what it did to you the last time. You will remember what it did to you. If you can't remember what it did to you, then you'll go back in it. But that's why I said you'll recognize it, and then you will walk away from it. Why? Because I remember what it did to me the last time I got in there. I remember with that guy in that relationship, what happened the last time. See, you ain't got to throw me back in there again. Why? Because the last time hurt so bad, I ain't never going back in there again. And so that's what you have to come to that place, is the devil ain't going to get me back into bondage. So you have to know that when I'm free, and I stay away. What you want to say, okay?
I don't even know if I got anything to say, because that I felt that. Y'all, I tell y'all, we talk about our testimonies. We talk about what we've been through. I felt that thing right there. When you say, like, I'm not going back to that, because why? I remember I have a glimpse.
Hey,
I have
Evangelist.
a moment. Hey, Evangelist Denise, I have a glimpse of what happened then.
Yeah.
And so you reminded me of the relationship I was in for 9 years. I mean, I went through a lot in that relationship, y'all. I'm talking about, oh, Jesus. I'm talking about depressed nights. I had a flashback right there. The depressed nights. I'm talking about where I would literally drink myself to sleep. I'm talking about where my head was spinning. Okay, I'm over here toe up from the flow up. I'm over here smoking these blunts back to back. I'm drinking. I'm doing all this other stuff. And it was because of the relationship I was in. And that relationship drained me. Do you hear me? It drained me so much to the core that I lost sight of who I was. Yeah. I did not feel beautiful. I did not feel like I was created to be like a woman, to be a wife. I'm talking about that thing drained me so much that it left me feeling depleted. Hey, Marie. It left me feeling sad. It left me feeling depressed. It tore me up, y'all, to where I'm battling with my identity. I started being like, man, I might as well go to the other side, because this was before I was saved, y'all. Before I was saved, I'm being completely honest. I'm keeping it a buck with you. I was like, I might as well probably go to the other side, because these fools out here, these jokers is on some other stuff. I'm giving you all of me, and everything I'm getting in return is nothing but tears. It's nothing but sorrow. It's nothing but pain. And so I remember the last time I told him, I said, listen, I ain't going back. I told him, I said, this is what it is. If you can't give me this, if you can't do this, if we can't go this route, then that's it. And you're like, all right, I'm gonna work on it. It wasn't even a few weeks, coach. It wasn't even a few weeks into us trying to start this brand new whatever. I feel like it was an entanglement. My Lord, I don't know what it was, but it was something.
It was strongholds.
It was strong. When I tell you that thing was strong, it was strong. Okay, you talking about 9 years. I'm talking about from being 18 years old to about 24, 25 years old of being with this person. And so when I gave that person that thing, I'm like, okay, this is what it is. This is that. It wasn't even a few weeks when the person started to show their true colors again. And it was taking me down the same path again, the same pain again. And I said, I can't do this. I can't keep living my life like this where I'm crying all the time. This doesn't make sense for me to be with somebody but feel so alone. I don't feel like I deserve this. And I remember praying like, God, you're going to have to get me up out this situation. You're going to have to give me the strength to walk away. Y'all, I'm telling y'all what to pray for when you're feeling so bound and you have these strongholds. I said, God, give me the strength to walk away. But not only give me the strength to walk away, but give me the strength to not go back to it.
That's good.
Because
that's
I kept
right
going
there.
back to this person for 9 years over and over and over. And I kept going back to this individual, but it had to be something that God had to do in me with the decision I made. Because he honored my decision. That's and how he honored it is he gave me the strength to keep going and to keep moving forward and to not look back when the person kept calling. That's why I had to do the block. Had to do the block. Don't even email, because I remember one time trying to send a little email. Had to do the email block. And when the person tried to creep on around again that one last time tried to creep around, I said, I'm not going back to that. because you put me through too much. And I remember the times that I was crying. I remember the times where I was drinking. I remember the times where I was smoking. I was remembering the times where I was causing self-affliction to be upon me, all because I was with this individual. So when you said that, I felt that thing, because I remember that of knowing like, oh no, I ain't going back to that. So you know what that do is that teaches you a lesson. Because now when the next joker come around, they feel like they could try to run over you or try to do some other things. Now you're like, nah, bruh, I ain't going down that route. I'm not taking that route again. Why? Because I remember what place I was at. And it took me too long to get up them there. It took me too long to get to the place where I could say I was genuinely happy, where I'm moving in happiness, where I don't have to rely on smoking to get me through the day. I don't have to rely on drinking to get me through the day. I don't have to rely on me causing self-affliction and pain to myself to get me through the day. But now I'm doing things that are healthy, and I'm coping with what God would do for me, which is his word. That's how I started growing in his word.
That's good. That's good.
So when you said that, that ministered to me, because that's true.
Yeah,
that's so true. You got to remember that thing. And when you remember, I'm not going back to, you ain't about to run my credit up again. You're not about to take all my money again. You're not about to, and this is for some people, you ain't about to abuse me, physically abuse me, verbally abuse me anymore. You're not about to do none of that. Why? Because I made a conscious decision that I'm not going back. And not only am I not going back, but baby, I'm standing on what I said, because some of them are like, well, he said he gonna change, and he said he did this, and he said he a better person. You gonna be a better person, a change person for the next female, because you ain't gonna be it for me.
Look, that's it. And when you saying that, it made me think about this, because I always tell people this: the enemy will always highlight the good parts of that relationship. He's not going to highlight the part that your heart was broken, that he had babies on you, that he was hitting on you, that he was stealing your money. He's not going to highlight that. He's going to highlight and make you miss, well, he did spell good, and he did used to give me hugs, and he, you know, so that's what he, but that's what he highlights. But what you got to say in your head, nah, but I remember when he stole my money. I remember when he ran up my credit. Yeah, I remember when he left me with these kids. Like, you got, because the enemy plays on you, because guess what? That's the same thing he did to Eve.
Yep. Come on.
So that's what the enemy will do. That's what she said, deception. He will make you long for, but guess, let me tell you what you're doing. You're longing for something that never was.
Uh-oh.
So he makes you long for, oh, I remember, oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah. But he don't want you to think about what he did. You feel me? He's not gonna highlight the bad stuff that happened, and that's why you're not together. He's only gonna highlight the little tiny moments, which the bad outweighed the good. But he gonna show you just to look good with not the bad. But you have to remind yourself of whatever it is, whether it be in a relationship, whether it was a friendship, whatever it was, you guys, you have to remind yourself that I was in bondage and now I'm free.
Yeah.
And I remember what it felt like to be in bondage. I remember what it felt like to be somebody's fool. I remember what it felt like to be somebody's slave. I remember what it felt like you remember these things. And what it is that you remember this, it keeps you out of it.
Yep.
Why? Because it left a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't like it. I didn't like how I used to feel. Because when you get a taste of freedom, you won't go back to bondage.
Sure won't.
When you get a real taste of freedom, when Jesus sets you free and takes all the shackles and all the chains off, you will not go back. That's why I tell people, that's why I ain't went back to the world. And I tell people, I live for Jesus. I die for Jesus. I ride or die with him. And that's me. Why? Because I got a taste of freedom. I got something that I never had. I didn't know I could be free. I didn't know the shackles could be cut off of me. I didn't know that I can walk in freedom. I didn't know that I could be happy. I didn't know these things. So when he cut all them chains and all those shackles off, and now I'm free, I will never go back. I will never play the fool for somebody ever again. And so that's where it has to be, that I know that I got this freedom and God has freed me. I will continue to stand strong and go forth. Why? Because this freedom feels too good. It feels good to be free. It really feels good to be free in your mind and in your heart. It feels good to be free, that you are not being manipulated or controlled by something else. God don't even control us. He don't manipulate us. But when we are in bondage, and when we are in bondage, and these struggles and these things have us, it's like we indebted to them. It's like we're their puppet, whatever the situation means. We are the puppet. And it's like we have a puppet master that has us, you know what I'm saying? Walking and doing what they want us to do. But when you free.
But when you free, when you, like you said, when you get a taste of that freedom,
You'll
boy, when I tell you I ain't look back, Miss Joyce. I ain't look back.
Yeah.
See, because the enemy will make you feel like you're missing out. He'll
Yeah.
make you, like you say, he'll show you kind of like the good times and all that. So now you're starting to reminisce. And what happens when you reminisce? When you're trying to close that door and you're trying to find like that closure, the enemy is going to use reminiscing to do what? To keep the door open.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to use those moments of you reminiscing so that way that wound don't close. So now your wound stays open. Why? Because you're reminiscing on all of the things that person did that was good. You're reminiscing on that, and now that leaves the door open. This is the year that you close every door that God did not open. You close those doors. God didn't open it. He didn't allow for it to happen. Close the door.
I don't usually interrupt you, but when you said it, you know what I thought about? I thought about Monster Inc. Remember when they used to destroy them doors?
Yeah. Look, I want to go back and watch Monster Inc. now. That was a movie.
Remember when they used to destroy them doors?
Yep.
If a child wasn't getting scared or something, they literally destroyed the door. They didn't keep the door. They destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Destroy the door. Don't even look at it. Don't even, like you said, try to look like, I wonder. No, you don't wonder nothing, baby, because it ain't changed. It ain't for you. I really don't believe God is going to send somebody. I don't know why we're going to deal with relationship, but let's deal with relationship. I don't believe why God is going to send somebody in your life that's really going to put you through hell. I don't believe that God is going to send somebody in your life who's literally going to break you down. Like they breaking you down to where you can't even build yourself up. You can't move forward. I don't believe that. I believe the person that God has for you, they're going to encourage you. They're going to build you up. They're going to speak life to you. They're going to pray for you. They're going to do what they need to do because why? God has sent them. They was divine sent to you. Not saying that they're going to be perfect. None of those things. But I just believe that when God sends somebody, they are building you. When God allowed for Eve to enter into Adam's life, listen, he had help. That was his helpmate.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, didn't say a hindrance. didn't say hindrance. It said help me. This is somebody to help you with the vision, help you to have the dominion that I've given you. I've given you dominion to rule over this, to help you in that capacity. So I don't believe that anything, anybody that God gives you or bless you with, will be a hindrance to your life. That's a question that you got to ask yourself. Is this person, not just relationship, but even friendship, is this person hindering me from moving forward? Is this person hindering me from progressing in life? Is this person hindering me into the place where I can't even move forward? I can't do anything. I can't do this. I can't share these things. If they are hindering you, that is a person you need to let go.
That's good.
Even the doors that you've entered into, if it's hindering you and you're not progressing, close the door. Destroy the door. Don't look back. No, don't even move with a hesitation. You better run. Hey, run, like run, Forrest, run. It was booking. I don't think I ever seen Forrest look back at that point when he was literally running and he was breaking out of those things that was on his feet. She was encouraging us. That's what I'm talking about. You need people that's gonna encourage you to keep on running and not looking back. When them bullies, y'all know I deal with movies. Okay, when them bullies was trying to get to him, come on, Katrina, me and her, we here. When them bullies was trying to get to him, she kept encouraging him. She was like, "Run, Forrest, run!" And he was booking. He dropped his books and he was gone. He didn't look back, and he kept moving. And the more that he kept moving and running, those things began to break off of him. Those things that were holding him, that was trying, causing for him to walk and stuff. He had to depend on those things to walk. Y'all better catch this revelation. He had to depend. I don't even know what those things was called, but he had to depend on those things that was on his foot to help him, to kind of keep him steady and to cause for him to like to walk in the way that he needed to walk. But the moment he was running,
He
the
received
moment he
his
was
freedom.
booking, y'all, he was moving by faith. I really believe that was a faith move. He was moving
Yeah.
by faith. He wasn't worried or hesitant. Like, man, these things might break. Man, the capacity of me moving at this pace. No, 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 no. He was booking, and those things began to fall off. So just know that when you
Yes.
keep moving, you keep running, and you got some people on the
Yes.
side of you encouraging you. You better go ahead and
Yes.
run, Katrina. You better go ahead and run, Marie.
Yes.
You better go ahead and run,
Yes.
Lupe. You best believe that that's building you up, and that was encouraging him to keep on running. And those things broke
Yes.
up off of him, and he didn't need those things anymore. He see what was
Wow.
holding him kind of restricted. The moment he kept running and moving forward, he didn't need it anymore.
When you said that, that just made me think about that, because as long as he was walking, he was restricted. But when he began to run, that's when he got his freedom. So it's like when you run, what am I doing? I'm running away from the things that have had me bound. I'm running away the things that have
Come
made my
on.
life struggle. I'm running away from those things. And as I run away from those things, I'm getting my freedom.
Come on.
The farther I get from them, the more free I get from them. So it's like when you run it, like you said, he was running, he was literally getting his freedom, because guess what? The more, oh my goodness, the more he ran, he put in distance between what was chasing him.
Yep.
So the more you run forward and you run into God and you run into the things of God, the things that used to have bound, they become more in your distance. They become more in your path. Why? Because you have outran them. You have left them where they were, not looking back. You don't need to look back to see how far they back there. You don't need to look back and see if they still they're still there. You need to focus forward. Why? Because you cannot go forward looking backwards. So you have to focus forward to go forward. If you're going to go backwards, you better turn around and go backwards. That's how you go backwards. But you cannot be looking forward and looking behind and looking headed forward and looking behind you. So when you say he was running, the more he ran, that stuff became distant. And that's how it is with your freedom. The more you run and you run from those things and you get away from those things, the more your freedom becomes more evident to where you don't even see the struggles any longer. You don't even see the bondage any longer. Why? Because you left it back there a long time ago. You in a new place doing new things, and I'm done for the night.
That's all I got too. I ain't got nothing else at that point.
That was good.
I ain't got nothing else. Like, that's how you overcome your struggles, y'all. Is just by keep moving forward. Yeah. Making the decision, standing on what you said, not trying to what is it like? Oh, I'm gonna just do a little bit of this, or I'm gonna do a little bit of that, little increments, like compromise and all that. No. Like, just make the decision, stand on what you're saying, and just keep moving forward. And eventually, what was holding you bound, what was restricting you, will soon fall off. There's no way that you can still be connected to the source, being connected to God, and still be bound. There's no way. There's no way. This is the reason why the Bible said, and it shows us in the New Testament, when Jesus was going forth and he was prophesying, he was laying hands on people. Anybody that ever came in contact with Jesus was healed. They was delivered. So there's no way that you can come into his presence and not be healed. There's no way that you can come into his presence and not be delivered. This is the reason why demons was even trying to run. Where they gonna run to, coach? Where was they running to?
I don't know.
They was trying to run. They're like, have you come to torment us before our time? Like, they already knew what's up. They already knew who Jesus was. They already knew it. So just know, when you come into real contact with the Father, when you come into real contact with Jesus, you best believe your freedom is there. You best believe that bondage is being destroyed. You best believe that those word curses is being destroyed when you come into the presence of him. When you come into his presence, everything the enemy meant for evil, everything the enemy tried to assign for your life, everything the enemy had tried to restrict you with, that when you come into the presence of Yahweh, it has to bow. It has to be destroyed. It has to loose you. Why? Because the demons, and the Bible tells us, light and dark, it can't mix. It can't mix.
That's good.
It can't mix.
That's good.
It can't mix at all, y'all. So know, when you come into his presence, everything that the enemy was tormenting you with, Everything the enemy was trying to make you feel like you couldn't overcome. When you
Yes.
bring that thing to his presence, y'all hear me?
Yes, that's good. That's
When you
good.
bring that thing to his presence, God will do the work. He's
Yeah.
the greatest surgeon. He's the greatest one that can do the cutting away, that
Yeah.
can remove what needs to be removed. Oh, I see this daughter. I see this son. This is hindering you. This is blocking your freedom. But I'm about
Yes.
to cut it away. I'm about
That's
to move it away.
good.
I'm about to
That's
purify.
good.
I'm about to burn it away,
Yeah.
y'all. Y'all got to realize that you getting up and walking towards the Father, that's where the real freedom begins to take place.
That's
That's where
good.
the real
That's good.
transformation begins to take place. When you make the conscious decision, I'm going to walk towards you, Father. I'm going to
That's
walk towards you,
good.
Lord. And I'm going to trust that when I walk towards you, you're going to have your way. When I walk towards you, the things that was bounding me, my family, my generations will be destroyed because, Lord, I have came in contact with the King of Kings.
That's
That's it.
good. That's good.
That's all I
That's
got.
done. We done.
We done for tonight, y'all.
We
So
done.
we hope and we pray that this have blessed y'all. This
Yes.
has caused for y'all to level up and to even just honestly encourage you to know that you can
Yes.
overcome your struggles.
Yes.
That even if you just get that taste of freedom, that taste
Yes.
of freedom, that God will begin to do something so magnificent just based off of
Thank
that,
you, Joy.
that you even having that moment to be in his presence. So we just hope and pray that tonight y'all have leveled up and you saw some things differently. It opened your eyes
Yes.
up to things that you may have probably been blinded to, or the enemy probably have deceived you. And we even just pray even now, we don't usually do this, but we just even pray that everything the enemy has deceived you with,
Yes.
every trap, every scheme, we pray that it will be exposed so that you can level up, so that you can move forward, so that you can progress, so that you would no longer be hindered in your destiny, in your purpose, but that everything the enemy meant for evil, that God will turn it around for
Yes.
your good, and
Yes.
you will be good to thank the Lord for all that he has set you free from.
Yes.
So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Please continue to share
Tell
this.
them about their tickets.
You said what?
The tickets for the conference.
Please continue to share this, y'all. If this have blessed you tremendously, we also have our Cash App for those of you guys who want to sow. We don't give you guys a dollar amount or any of those things, but just if you want to be a blessing, you can do so. The Cash App is below right here, but it is $level up podcast. I believe it was $level up podcast.
Yeah.
It's on the ticker below, you guys. Please connect with us on all social media platforms. So you have us here on Facebook. You have us on Instagram, y'all. You have us on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget, y'all, register for your tickets. Register for your tickets for the conference. No more excuses. It is on Eventbrite. It's also, the link is on our page here on Facebook. So please do not forget your tickets. We only have about 7 more, I believe Coach said, for VIP. Remember, you get your prophetic word, you get your VIP box, y'all. You get your little set seating there, you get your little food,
Yes.
all your little snacks, all that good stuff.
Yes.
So please, y'all, we only have 7 more tickets for VIP and only a handful more of general tickets. So please do not wait till the last minute. Invest in yourself. What you got here on today and all the other days and all the other seasons, you're gonna get even the more when you come to this conference. So please do not wait. Go ahead and get your tickets. And we love y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. Set your alerts and your reminders to be back on with us next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that is all I got. You got anything else, Coach?
No, that's it. Nobody having, well, we don't have to have, no, we did good. We good.
We good?
Yeah, we good. We did good
All
tonight.
right. We appreciate y'all. Love you, Reese. Love y'all. Have a good night.
Have a good night, y'all. Next Tuesday at 7.